you reckon they might pick a Luna or something like that on Execration? It's pretty fast and, can
10
dish out a
seconds
fair amount of
remaining.
damage as well with this Undying.
I have only really
5
been seeing
seconds
Luna with the
remaining.
Iris, so yeah, if it's going to get picked up, that is definitely the potential. It looks like LGD, we're big fans of it, Arme in particular.
Dire team
They've been
back.
at least a team that I've been seeing a lot, and I mean, Abed's Conquer, once again, that look at just kind of the crowd control that they have, and very good control for the Night Stalker as well. This is a hero that kind of wants to be up in your face, and the X can make it a bit annoying just to help, at least make it difficult for him to find the back.
10 seconds remaining.
They would consider
5
running a
seconds
Timbersaw here,
remaining.
would they? 4 strength heroes, sorry.
Got banned first phase by
Radiant
Execration.
Ah, okay,
team back.
there we go.
What's the potential
team
of...
back.
They ban the live still, they're going to think about banning a Jug as well, considering you got a Phoenix, Conquer, like you would be really nice having some built-in magic immunity.
Yeah, I think the Lifestealer was the big one that was probably
definitely
the most fitting for the team. Obviously with the Feast, again, just to go back to 4
10
strength, if you've got a lot of
seconds remaining.
HP, you're healing up a lot whenever you're just right-clicking and trying to do
5
this
seconds
right-click
remaining.
damage, so not going to be the case. What else could they? They're taking away the Ice Darkseer. Pretty understandable, to be honest. You know, you don't even need to go the Ag Scepter on the Sven. You just surge him up, and that's the gap closer right there.
We saw him have a pretty good performance on that Darkseer in his series so far. What was like the Earn Boots of Travel pickup or something? It was a very interesting item build,
Radiant
but he had a
team
very,
back.
very strong performance on that, and they actually get rid of the Arc Warden. Okay. Making sure they don't get cheesed, I guess.
I suppose. It wasn't an amazing Arc Warden game, but I think it just complicates matters a little bit. Like, you need to be so careful about the way that you
10
play. You need to
seconds
not give
remaining.
any free space at all. You know, if anything, you're trying to be the
5
one that
seconds
can exploit
remaining.
that sort of stuff coming through, obviously with a Sven. This Phoenix is in the pos 4. It's on the dire side, though. Yeah. Phoenix on Radiant is just so easily able to stack Ancient Camps while not taking too much time away from the laning phase. That it's Liquid do it the most, and Tiger's amazing at it. But Dire, it's a little bit more difficult. You do have to run a fair way back to actually get those stacks off.
Yeah, which is always going to be important to kind of buff up that Zen, and we'll hopefully see Execration, constantly have the vision around there and keep tabs to be able to see whenever this Ven's falling back and trying to find the Ancients. But the Beastmaster is going to be the last ban for Execration, so trying to target this last pick here for Ice's off lane.
10 seconds remaining.
Trying to see what is really available for them at the moment. I mean,
5 seconds remaining.
How about a Pugna?
Pugna.
Leshrack's going to deal a lot of damage to himself.
Sure, we don't see the Pugna much. I don't mind it though, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty decent. You can just play like more of a medic style of Pugna as well. You've already got the Phoenix to be able to heal up with that Supernova. With the Sunray. There's Trio Protector, similar sort of thing.
Man, that team fight is nuts.
Yep. I'm thinking it's probably going to be an Ice Trio Protector, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, could it be... Can you run the ET as a 3?
10 seconds remaining.
I don't...
Yeah. I think you can.
5 seconds remaining.
Depends what hero they pick last for Execration, honestly. Like, they've got the flexibility right now on Dog.
Now it makes it so difficult. Like, look at the control through the fights. This is a game where Execration cannot team fight. It looks like they are going to have to play around the cooldowns, which Night Stalker has to as well. And if they, Leshrack's going to at least enable them to be able to take objectives relatively early. But Team Dog are pretty good at defending them. Like, Conker's super tanky. ET can show up with the Echo Stomp Asher, which will make it pretty awkward. So, if Team Dog can just protect the towers and give like 10 minutes to the Sven, then this game just looks really good for them.
You may now select your heroes.
Man, back in the day, like in 2017, Io Medusa was the thing. So it's going to be a 4 Io. So not going to see any sort of hyper carry where, you know, he's attacking the targets and he's doing a crap load of damage on his own. But how do I feel about this? It is an ISS Elder Titan. Okay.
So
yeah.
Them putting the ET on a 3 though against the Undying, is it that he's gonna just like Elder Titan's very good at trading the lane, but you are a strength hero and Undying can be pretty annoying with the decay. How is that gonna fare here?
I think at the very early levels, with the amount of damage you're able to dish out with the Astral Spirit, you're not really going to care all that much about how good Undying is with the decay. You're just dealing double his damage, so he's going to be fine with it. And you're going to have, assuming it's Paulson playing there in the position 4 role, he's going to be able to not right-click quite as much as well, of course, with the Fiery Spirits just connecting it onto him for the attack speed slow. So I think Ice is fine with this. I think Execration really need to put a lot of priority into blocking as many camps as possible. Even if it means blocking their own small camp, honestly, just so that Ice cannot do that and you can effectively trade with the Sundying.
Yeah, because if he just has too many camps to be able to utilize there, then it's going to make it too difficult for them to really be able to contest. As this last pick, Medusa, I mean, you've got a steroid with that IO. Let's see if this is going to be enough, though. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit more slower. I mean, you do have an 8 farming mechanic. You kind of just want the levels till you can get that split shot maxed out. And once you get a couple more stat items as well, it's going to help out there. But I'm worried that Dire might just be able to run this game over before Medusa really feels too strong.
Looks like they're making a full 5-man. Yeah, Ice is going to ward, I believe, just because he's got the better movement speed of the bunch. You've got all 4 heroes from Execration coming on this top side. Only Medusa is going to be left lacking. And pops the smoke, so they know that they're waiting around here. Good presence of mind. I mean, it's an aggressive maneuver, and Execration know all about aggression, so they're going to be able to get out of dodge.
And you take a look at the item build to start here for Arfu. He's gone Windlace and an Orb of Venom, but it looks like Radiant, they're thinking about brawling though.
Arfu's kind of caught
stuck
here.
Very far away from the team. I mean, it would
nice
duke
dodge.
The stun. Does it matter though? I don't think it does. Yeah, he's just gonna get chased down and
the Orb of Venom.
So first blood for Ken. The perfect hero to pick that up. He's got 300 gold in the bank and should be able to get a couple of bounties. I mean, Dai gonna get 2 down bot. And even Miracle might honestly be able to get the top one with the Storm Hammer. Yeah, he should be able to. Oh, nice. They both kind of duked away and just in time for BDZ to be able to pick that one up. So yeah, it's gonna be a 2 for 2 there, and Execration, they do get first blood in the end.
Yeah, really nicely done.
So
I want to again. What's he purchased? Because it wasn't. So it was Ken that got the last hit. He purchased a Windlace and an Orb of Venom to start out here on RR. What's he got coming out to him? It's just Tangos. Okay. I was kind of thinking that he might have gone for a Sentry Ward just to be able to block up one of those camps, because you can't both be there. Like, there's no way that the Deucer wants to be blocking camps when there's creeps to be farmed.
And Undying kind of really needs to play pretty aggressive here in the front and protecting the Medusa. Otherwise, they're really just going to punish that, as Night Stalker's getting very low up top. You know, with the starting items from Arfu, he just wants to brawl. Windlace, Orb of Venom. You know, he's got that slow in the Nature's Grasp, and I mean, at least BDZ's able to give him a little bit of extra help, but you know, he could be in trouble here.
He's just eaten the Tangos, but I think he's probably going to go down before he gets the main benefit from that, and you know, that then just means that you are 1 Tango down, only 1 remaining. He's already bought up the salve. Probably just going to get the Night Stalker to curry that to him, to be honest.
Should be I mean, they've used the stun already, but I think the fact that you're just going to be able to continuously chase him down, you know, especially with that orb slow, and it should be enough. So at least Dire looks like they're going to be able to find their first kill of the game. Of course, we do have to wait, but Arbet on this Conquer, we saw him play it previously, and he absolutely dumpstered that game. That was the lane where he just destroyed mid, right? He was like 5-0 super early on, and you know, we'll see how he's going to be able to have the performance as well. We'll keep it a look on top with the Night Stalker here, Repeater, with that last right click from Arfu with a slow, although he pops the Fairy Fire. Like he's going to be able to scurry away. So now we'll get the at least the benefit coming through from the Tango, and Abed's taking a little bit of damage here mid. Actually might be in trouble. Jukes up the Split Earth follow-up after the Lightning Storm, and still back up top though. Repeater is just getting completely shoved out of lane, and he might actually end up dying. Is the Iris sustained enough? They pop the Fairy Fire, and Arfu might have gone a bit too far. Gets the kill before his death. And this is kind of, you know, we brought up the fact that, I mean, this Night Stalker is not going to have too good of a time before that 5 minutes. And, you know, even though you're paired with an Io, just the Tree and the Sven playing really aggressive.
Yeah. Making a good showing here on Miracle. Why are you just walking your courier past this, BDZ? I mean, it's just giving more and more farm over to the rest of the team. That's 150 gold across the entire lineup. And, you know, more stuff just delivered over to the Sven. I think that was his full bracer. Not so bad.
So you always love just getting a free courier. You know, some little bit of a miss micro there. Is see this matchup mid though is pretty interesting at the moment. I mean, Ken's dishing out a lot of harass on top of Arbed. He's already got that bracer. What's coming out on the courier? He's got a Selv and a Circlet, so we'll have a little bit of region to kick back in. We've already seen Ken, you know, pop his Selv as well, but have they blocked any camps? No, so the small and harder are still available here for the Ice Elder Titan.
Yeah, even with 2 stacks of decay used on Ice, when he had just that full creep wave and the heroes, it was about a 30 attack damage advantage that he has over the Undying. So he doesn't care if there's any sort of rolling that happens. Just one hits the courier as well.
This is going to be quite a hero for Daryl, so he can just kind of chase him down, and you know, there's not much that, I mean, it feels like Ice is just going to be able to shred through them.
Yeah, and
So
here we go. He's level 3 now as well, so that extra damage is ramped up quite heavily.
Yeah, this is... Oh, look at the damage, 106 plus. I mean, RR, you might actually see if he kept going a little bit more for Polo there, could have been in a bit of trouble. But, you know, the Medusa, at least at the moment, has got 16 last hits, so it's not like he's having not the greatest lane so far, so being able to keep up. And this is, you know, also the help of having an Undying support. But there we go. Ice is just going to move forward. They got the dive for the slow as well, and RR will end up dropping. And now even the Medusa...
He popped the salve as well. That's just so much wasted money. Polo,
actually.
Polo?
All right, he's
Polo?
ultra dead. What? 2 points in the Tombstone was a little bit too much there for the Phoenix, anticipating that. So they don't even get the Tombstone gold as well, unfortunately.
Kind of a rare build here, going into the so many levels into the Tombstone. 1-2-1 is generally the understood hero build that you go, just because Soul Rib, of course, very strong at the early levels, but yeah, Tombstone catching him off guard, so not the worst situation there. Now that he's got these boots of speed though, he's going to be able to chase down these heroes so much easier. You already get the boost from the Astral Spirit.
Yeah, we'll see if the position, it's going to have to be pretty goddamn on point from them at least to be able to play at some form of a distance. I mean, Medusa and both RR have their own boots at the moment, so well aware that it's kind of a lane where they're going to get chased down, and there we go. Ice. Look at the damage that is gained from the Astral, just shredding through RR. One more right click will claim it, and the Medusa might be in trouble. Do they want to dive the tower? Yes, they do. Polo and Ice. A big nuisance down in this lane here. That's right by the bounty as well, so they will 100% be able to claim the bottom 2 without a threat. As we do see, however, it is the night time, so let's see what Night Stalker is going to be able to get out of this for Repeater.
Yeah. Note to chat, please block camps against an Elder Titan, because this will happen.
It's you got a stack? Yeah, there's a very minor stack at the big. You see, hopefully the Medusa is going to be able to clear that with the pull, but yeah, you need to do something about it. As you even take a look at the vision around mid, like Polyson just placed a ward on the back here because Arbet's about to hit level 6, so this is a beautiful timing to make the rotation, but unfortunately, I think 1 point up in the X is going to make it a little bit difficult for them to be able to get the follow-up, but I'm a huge fan of just that rotation. You know, as soon as Abed gets the 6, it gives you a lot of kill opportunity. Kind of a lot of time you do need that extra +1 though. Is down bot though. Ice, he'll TP out.
Forces out the tombstone, so nice little commitment force there. But I think as a deuce, you're fine with a neutral trade if it just means you being able to sit back and continue to farm. Can even pull this creep stack into the tombstone if you want, just to allow it to help him farm a little bit. And they're spotting out a lot of these stacks, so really nicely done by the duo of BDZ and Ken to come through there. Leshrac, of course, fantastic at being able to deal with it.
They're aware of it though. Yeah, Afu's coming, so is Miracle. They want to punish, they want the Leshrac, and it looks like they should be able to find it. Nicely done, Afu. Trying to hunt instantly just for the vision so Miracle can find that. He gets denied. Oh my god. What the heck? Well,
Good
that's
guy golems.
the fact that he just got the stack, and well, Abed's gonna get his own right now, which it looks like they want to punish themselves too. This is pretty difficult kill for them to claim though, as Abed level 7. He's got that boat to be able to utilize as well. And without the tombstone, yeah, he's alright. So they're out of there, and now it leaves the Medusa solo. So Ice. Look at the damage. Is like, alright, I'm gonna just chase you down. They get the rotation, force a TP, which does actually get cancelled there.
Yeah. Smart decision to cancel that, because what, are they going in on the top side? No, RR's just standing around mid. I was thinking maybe they might want to make a play around this top side with the Undying together with the Night Stalker and the IO. You're able to easily take out a lot of areas. You can just use the tombstone on that set of trees below the tier 1 tower, so Afu doesn't really have too much room to play with. And yeah, Deuce has just bailed on that lane. He's like, I don't want to be a part of this Ice bullying anymore.
Top lane, the Afu as well. This time the tree's gone for a 2-0-2 build. We're really just going to try and help protect the towers. We see the nighttime, I mean, putting some pressure on. But I mean, at the moment, it's a 2,000 net worth lead for Dyers. All their cores are sitting very comfortably in the graph. And
Rapido's hunting. Oh, they're breaking the trees. Nice tether.
Afu will be able to TP out with the Void on cooldown. He's going to go back to base though, so this will kind of, you know, get the Treant Protector out of this top lane. So they won't really have a way to clear off the creeps. I mean, they've already done it at least this wave, so it should be fine.
They just want to make sure that they're able to get something out of this first nighttime. If it's not a kill, a tower is acceptable. You know, that first night is always so important. A lot of people use it for, you know, farming, being able to get your first key item, but it's not like he's going for a right-click build. He is just going for sustain with that Hood of Defiance, and he's coming to fight.
Ken. The Astral is going to enable Abed here. Just needs the vision to be able to get the X. Repeater is going to show up as well. Pops the Dark Ascension, going on top of Miracle. But he's pretty healthy here, and now Night Stalker is in big trouble. He's going to try and zone it back with the Dark Ascension. Ken's the target beat as they're coming over, but look at the cleave, man. They're in deep positioning here as they, I mean, do their best to defend their tower, but Night Stalker pays the price. I mean, meanwhile, mid, we do see Medusa, I guess, getting a little bit of farm, but, you know, the consequence is probably going to be an extra hero as they want to die BDZ. Torrent doesn't find the connection. They go for the illusion instead, but Io was still forced, so Miracle is going to be able to claim his first kill of the game, and now they're going to be able to get the tier 1 and also defend mid as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yep, all that time as well, Afu with this skill build going into the living armor, he doesn't even need to be there. He's just farming up with these 2 points in the Nature's Grasp. Living armor, level 3. He's going to have to run a little bit here away from Ken, but he should be fine. He's already got those Tranquil Boots. Very fast, just sticking in the trees.
Radiant are scanning.
Afu? He's got the level 6 already as well, so if they actually try and dive him, Dive might be able to TP in.
He'll be okay. It's just reaching the 10-minute mark now. Dark Ascension was used previously, so Night Stalker is back to being like a little kitten.
Yeah. Poor old Night Stalker. He's even going for a Hood as his first item here, but they're going to smoke up on Dire. Ben and Polo Sun looking to try and link up to the lane. That Execration will put a little bit of pressure on at the moment. Do have that ward as well, so they see exactly where the Night Stalker's positioning. It's going to get scouted out too, so Repeater in a whole world of pain here as Afu's even going to commit the ultimate. Just sets up for Abed's combination. It's going to be a dead Night Stalker, third death of the game here, and Afu will claim it.
And that's with an IO helping you out all throughout the laning stage. You know, IO, if your partner just doesn't do anything, you're essentially a useless little ball of light. You know, he's trying now to connect up to Dusa, but I mean, having a look at the net worth charts, Dusa is only just above the Night Stalker. Not even 4K net worth right now.
Yeah, this is a game where it might feel like they're just going to get run over and not going to... It feels like it's a game where Medusa just has to somehow be the one to carry and just put the team in the backpack. As Ice just... Look at him go. It's just, they got a catapult wave. He wants to tank it up. They really want to try and continue putting a lot of pressure on. They know that the Medusa can't really show up. They know it's daytime, so how weak Execration are at the moment. And even kind of lacking the levels. I mean, RR only level 4 at the moment. They're coming over, but I mean, there's the Sunray here. It just gives Ice a little bit extra protection. They're going to try and chase him down, but look at the movement speed that he has at the moment. The X, they're going to further control up Leshrac. Rapido continuing to dive. They even dropped the Supernova in a beautiful spot here. Do they have the attack speed to bring it down? They don't. With Miracle coming over, gets a stun. Now this end up popping with that egg. RR will pay the price. I mean, that's a deep dive. You know, at least it looks like Ken snags away a bounty there, but yeah, the consequence is going to be a lot of your heroes.
Yeah, where was Ken throughout all of that? I was like, man, this is pretty decent if the Leshrac actually joins throughout all of this, and you know, you get the earlier kill onto Ice means that you can actually focus the Supernova, but just wasn't there.
Yeah, the X from the Conquer just dragged him back. Beautiful control from Arbed there. We've seen him play. I mean, this is another really good Conquer game so far. 2-0 and 3.
Step lively
He's playing
now.
his
Your
hero
admiral is on board
to perfection, and we're seeing right now. I mean, it's a 7,000 net worth lead for Team Dog. You know, this is still going to keep in mind. You know, with their stand in it, and they're looking good. But mid lane, Ice. Gonna be in trouble here. Sunray Hill won't be enough. So Radiant will now be able to try and transition this into a tier 1 tower. Let's see if Dire are going to be able to defend it. They've still got their, I mean, Supernova's on cooldown. They've got a couple of their other ultimates to be able to utilize here. And yeah, just with the wave clear Radiant, they can't really do anything.
What's he looking to buy on Ice? Is that, like, he's got a Void Stone queued up. I'm assuming it's a Meteor Hammer because, you know, just feels like an Ice thing to do. He's already got the crown.
Yeah, I think he's got the Ring of Health somewhere. Yeah, he's got the both of them, the Hammer recipe and the Ring of Health. So
yeah, so those couple of deaths have really delayed those timings. Mean that you know, it's going to be a little slow, still taking a few of these towers, but you know, despite that, they've managed to take 2 because of a couple of successful team fights. And Trian's just been able to vibe, you know, play array from his team. Level 4 living armor. I'm helping.
Yeah, and you see what he's been able to find as well. Like, he's only 200 gold behind the Night Stalker, who's literally got nothing right now. And you know, this is just the potential of having a support who's able to, you know, find farm and clear waves here with the Nature's Grass. So he's got the Glimmer, level 8. You know, maxed out living armor is going to do a lot for them here as now RR. X'd up, Ice is going to commit the ultimate. See where the damage is going to come through. Medusa's just going to zone the back with the Stone Gaze, and it looks like Dire. And they can reset if they really want to. Their Polo's underneath vision. They get anything off before the stun, he won't be able to. So nice little pick off utilizing that ward. But now Dive got the high ground by the triangle. They're going to come around with the X drag back. BTS needs to try and help out somehow. Let's see. He doesn't have to relocate, unfortunately. Now, but the Leshrac still. He's got a little bit of health thanks to the Ira. Is going to try and turn with the stun. Even Rapido as well. It's a beautiful 3-man silence. The Tombstone, they haven't dealt with it just yet. And now, is this a bad fight for Team Dog, going a bit too far, even with the Phoenix dying, but they're not losing anyone. ET will finally drop. Rapido still trying to find the back here, but they're going to be careful because Miracle, let's see if he can get the damage coming through. Just that unobstructed movement is going to allow Rapido to fly down through the river. Now Arbed's going to pay the price, and Arfu also getting just hit by Roche. Somehow even joining up in this engagement. Stormhammer almost back up. Miracle, can he just get in range that nighttime? Giving Rapido a little bit extra movement speed. Now Miracle, maybe he's overset the mark a little bit too far here, so they'll go back forward. This Ven, living armor, not enough. They're going to get brought down here, so a relatively decent fight. You saw that Tombstone, perfect positioning from Execration. It took them a very long time to kill off the Leshrac, and Medusa also did the most amount of damage in that engagement.
Yeah, I mean, that's the sort of execution that you expect to see from like like a really high-level team that's been together for quite a while, and Execration, they've undergone a few roster changes just as much as a month ago. So great to see them have that level of cohesion. Like you
Dire's
mentioned,
top
great
tower
Tombstone
is under
Rapido
attack.
having 3-man silence while the Leshrac is in the safety of the Yules. Just that 3 seconds of extra living is enough for them to turn the team fight in their favor. And I was thinking a little bit that maybe Dusa was still a little lacking in the net worth department to be able to clean things up, but yeah, once the split shot wasn't need to be used as much, she finally started dealing out that single target damage.
Yeah, did a incredible job. I was also surprised at how much damage she was actually dishing out there, but I guess they were putting a lot of attention to kill the Lesh, and you know that's the thing. If you don't bring the IO down, then bringing any other hero down is going to get just a lot more difficult. And they even have the sustained with the Undying as well to keep in mind. You know, that little bit of soul repeal on a single target. You know, BDZ's got his mech now, so let's see though, Polo.
Still
He's
3.5
got an
minutes
invis.
of nighttime too.
Yeah, they're going to be able to really utilize this if they want to. We saw that the Io and the Night Stalker were kind of hunting, but they want an
Dire's
objective
top
instead.
tower is under attack.
I will glyph it up instantly. Do they want to try and contest this, or are they just
I
gonna
don't think
look
they
like
can.
yeah?
They're just going to look to get a trade going on instead. Put some pressure on the mid lane. Let's see who reacts. They do still have a tier 1 tower to
Dire's
TP
top
to if they
tower
wanted
is
to
under
on Execration
Dire's
on the
top
top
tower
side,
has
but
fallen.
not going to be the case. Look at that mango tree as well, just sitting in this tree line.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Giving them a little bit of vision, I guess, from Dire. They get a nice ward inside the base as well, so it looks like they really want to try and
Radiant's
maybe start
bottom
playing
tower
around
is
bot,
under
you know,
attack.
contest the tier 2 and see with any rotations.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Radiant, they're themselves trying to get a little bit of map control down to the top side, though.
Dire's
Can still
structures are
move it on
fortified.
for more. I mean, Dire have not come
Dire's
back,
top
and we,
tower is
you know, we
under
see
attack.
still. I mean, I guess
Radiant's
Sven's not there
bottom
at the
tower
moment
is
to
under
be the one
attack.
dishing out the damage on the towers, so they're actually going to smoke up. No one's showing on the objective, and Medusa's actually going to
Radiant's
TP
middle
back
tower
now.
is under attack.
So let's see if Dire can get grouped up on the high
Radiant
ground.
are
Scan's going to connect.
scanning.
Polo's going to be the target here. Rapido,
Dire's
he
top
gets the
tower
vision,
is
but
under
still
attack.
Polo's going to be able to get the dive off. And now on the high
Radiant's
ground,
bottom
he wants to
tower
pop the
is under
supernova,
attack.
but there won't be any more follow-up from the rest of the
Polo.
team. They've just left him alone. Polo? they're going to try and go for him there and there? Yeah, they do.
Ice was able to get a good amount of damage done to this bottom tower as well. Keep it pushed in down to there using the Meteor Hammer, I believe,
Dire's
3
middle
times
tower
onto it.
is under
So
attack.
we'll be pretty happy with his handiwork there. TP'd all the way back, and looks like what's he changing up here? Oh, he's going for the Ag Scepter, and Sven getting
Dire's
pretty damn
middle
close to his
tower has
BKB.
fallen.
So I think that's probably the timing that they're looking to play
Step
around.
lively now.
Yeah,
Your
both the
admiral is on
Sven
board.
and the Conquer almost have that one completed, so you know, we'll see. That's also probably going to get picked up just before the that daytime
Spam
starts. So
pings.
then Miracle's in trouble. They're running straight for him. Miracle needs a lot of help, and he needs it now. There's no TPs just yet. Let's see if they got the damage just with the Leshrac and the fault from the Night Stalker. Gets the Stormhammer, but the Void Slow should allow Ken to gap close the distance here. And Sven is ultra dead. There is just no help coming out from Dire. Not even a living armor as well.
Nicely done to be able to slow down that timer. I was thinking, look, they had about 1.5 minutes left on the night time. By the time it does get to that 20-minute mark, you'll have Dark Ascension back up
Dire are
again. So
scanning.
they're really well placed right now. While Kunkka
Radiant
and
structures are
well, Kunkka's
fortified.
just finished his BKB, it's coming out to him, but Sven not quite yet. And we can see here that they're looking to push the
Dire's
objectives.
top tower is under attack.
Living Armor and Glyph is going to make that kind of
Radiant's
difficult
bottom
though.
tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
You see the siege starting to come out. Dire gonna have to pop the glyph there. They do have mid and bot both
middle
shoved
tower
in,
is
and
under
you know,
attack.
Ice still just doing a lot of work with that Meteor Hammer. But they're gonna try and finally deal with the ET that's been a bit of a nuisance. So Medusa's coming down. They also see BDZ with that deep Observer Ward inside the base, which is gonna be really hard to get rid of here. But they actually want to try and take a fight top as Arfu's in trouble. He's already popped the Overgrowth. They're going to dive in forward. Can torrent it up, and Miracle will claim the kill. Now Abed, he wants more blood as well. He's got the X to be able to utilize, and doesn't even use it just yet. RR is just going to get chased down. Do they want to go Roche? Miracle doesn't have the BKB yet completed, but he still has
For my
God Strength.
chest.
I think they can wait it out. I think you want the Overgrowth available on Arfu. He's just going in, grabbing a few mangoes and keeping the push going.
I love a good old mango tree being able to utilize that. Just got a decent amount of regen as well for himself here already. So this
What's
is a
he
game.
doing up?
I mean, Execration have done a relatively good job to kind of stall out through that nighttime, but I'm a bit worried that Team Dog might really start to punish with this double BKB. And if Execration don't win a fight with this Dark Ascension, then the next couple of minutes afterwards could really feel awkward.
Yeah. BKB, I believe, yet now completed on the Sven, going into the Ags next, and you can see this movement coming, but I believe it was all revealed it's daytime, so the fact that 4 heroes are clumping in mid, you don't do that unless you're going to go for a smoke. So they know exactly just to stay connected as a team here on Dog. Abed's going first, he's got a crap ton of strength and a lot of HP, and they're going to go in onto Ken first.
Just waits for it. Now with USF, they're going to do absolutely nothing thanks to the talent on top of this van. They'll drop the Supernova in a beautiful spot down by the tier 2 tower, so they won't be able to contest it. Now Medusa, however, does find Fu to 1-for-1 to start. Dyer did use a couple of ultimates as well, but the Acrosomp just controls them back. Now Arbed as well. They're trying to at least find the extra follow-up here. They're going to be careful how deep they want to chase. You've got to keep in mind they still got the BKBs as well. They haven't been able to get on top of the Medusa. They haven't been able to find the IO as well. So this could be trouble for them. But there we go. Now on the Medusa with the Esper to follow-up. BTS is going to try and charge up the relocate. Can he get him out fast enough? Nice. He's done with the extract and straight back. It doesn't do absolutely anything. Medusa will fall. Out they want more blood. Miracle chasing down Rapido. That meteor hammer. The meme at that. But they get 3. They might even get an extra though, because BDZ, yeah, I mean, there's X to be able to deal with. The Polo actually dives in full. The tier 2 is doing a lot, but the consequence allows Arbed to be able to find a double kill there. What looked like a bit of an awkward start to the fight that, Supernova actually not doing as much as I thought it would. But, they lost the tree. They were able to double back. They still had their BKBs towards the tail end. And you see just recognizing that they can just fight the Medusa and not have to worry about the Ari getting a relocate out because of Arbed's X.
And my eyes might be playing tricks on me, but I feel like he only activated that mana shield right towards the end of the fight. You can see there when you click on him and he's dead. Yeah. He's got a lot of mana left. And that was with an IO healing him up. Oh yeah, this is really nice as well. Of course, when you're playing with the Medusa, the fact that they've got a mango tree as well is going to be really impactful. Just keep hold of those mangoes, keep recharging the mana as much as possible. It's just as good as healing for a Medusa.
Effective health pool pretty much, and we are finally going to see Ice help and take that tier 2 down bot. So that's going to be the first one of the game here. As we highlighted the daytime. I mean, Dark Ascension's actually back up in about 10 seconds here. So if a fight does break out, I mean, Dyer, their cooldowns are about to be back up as well. They honestly don't have the longest cooldowns.
I mean, for Dyer, the thing that I'm scared about right now for Execration is you've got that Ags up now on Ice. 10 gold away. He's level 15. He's gone for the Astral Spirit hero attack. So he is going to be scary.
Long TP from Fu.
Yeah, AC on this Sven. Saying, forget about the Ags. I just want to hit fast.
I guess are they worried about the Medusa's damage? Is that really the reasoning for the AC as well? Instead of going like the Superman?
Yeah, I think it's fine. And just being able to quickly pop the IO. I think that's the main priority for them.
Smoke up. There we go. Speak about the IO. They're going to be able to find him. Tombstone. Good spot for them. BDZ does get the tether away, but it's not going to matter. Arfu brings him down. Now they're going to try and control the area. Get rid of the Tombstone Radiant. They're still posturing. Looks like they want to take the fight here, but Iro can't buy back to help them. Not dealing with the Tombstone. That's a big issue right now from Team Dog. They need to try and reset.
It's an army.
I bet if he wants to try and drop the ultimate as well, but they just baited them back, and now they'll turn Supernova on top of the river, so they can't continue forward for more. Kent's just pushed up way too far with the BKB. Not going to get popped, but it looks like now Iro's going to have to tether over and give him the protection. It allows the Medusa to go to work. Miracle's going to end up falling in this choke point. Polo's going to have to get the dive away as well with the relocate. Gonna try and hunt the back. It's just BDZ. He doesn't have any more follow-up and some heroes. See if the Night Stalker's enough, however. Out of mana. I bet. He's got this essence as well. Nicely done with the Echo. And it looks like they're out. So honestly, what looked like another decent fight. You dropped that Supernova where it couldn't force the Medusa to keep chasing into the disengaging side of Dyer, so it put Leshrac in an awkward spot. But again, just the potential, the Iris sustain, the Undying sustain as well. It's once they pop their ultimates, and we see the Medusa starting to go to work in these fights. Mid lane though, Ken. In trouble here. Still got the Yule Scepter. It is nighttime though, but Ice with the Aghanims. Oh my god. Plus 321 damage. He wants more blood as well. They're going to try and chase up here. They don't have any vision at the moment though.
Yeah, he's looking pretty deadly, and you know that's without even being level 20 for the 100% cleave. I feel like that's going to have a pretty damn big impact, especially when you get these big overgrowths off after getting super close to that blink dagger. But this is going to slow it down if he dies. But again, another great sleep.
And then into the boat follow-up here is going to stun them up. They drop the Tombstone, which hasn't been dealt with so far with the Overgrowth. Night Stalker's popped the BKB, but look at the turnaround with the Stone Gaze. They're just going to have to disengage here. Ice. Got a lot of movement speed. The Astral's about to wear off there. They still have this run buff, Ice. Not going to get too much magic immunity with that Astral. And there's not really much Arbet can do, although he does. Never mind. There's the disarm, stopping the damage from the Medusa. Now with the bait, Miracle up on the high ground finds a stun, but they're unable to control it for the Earthsplitter. Now Arbet, he's in trouble, going to try and attempt the TP out. They don't have the damage.
He X-marked himself back.
Did he? Oh, he did. No, Arbet. I mean, he's got the BKB. He's going to be forced to pop it here. The Essence Ring as well. Look at the Skadi slow from the Medusa, though. It's just making it so difficult for you to be able to disengage. Repeater, he's got the Dark Ascension now. Continue to chase him down. Miracle holds him, but it looks like Ken, just in the nick of time, your scepter up in the air, no disengage
gonna die for it.
And now that's going to be the price for them to pay, as you at least keep Arbet alive, but the Zen position 1 will end up dropping. Ice wants a little bit of revenge. Let's see how deep they want to dive. They're underneath the tier 2 tower. They're doing a very good job of controlling them, but it's just a second hero to dive for Team Dog, and it might be an extra one as well if they want to continue forward. But a dive inside the base from the Phoenix gives them a space. Ken's falling pretty low though. That heal keeps him healthy. I'm getting worried here. They're not dealing with the Tombstone, and we are really starting to see Medusa shred him down.
Yeah, not a lot of respect being given over, and man, Ice could not be playing much better than he is. So many multi-man stomps getting off and just delaying things out, but just the follow-up not quite happening.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
See
They're going to look with the remainder of this nighttime to go straight into the Roche pit as well.
Dire are scanning.
Scan does connect. Dire, they've got the Phoenix Egg, they've got the Supernova as well.
By the time Sven's back alive, he'll have God Strength, but Roche will be dead by then.
And Radiant got very good vision in the area as well. It looks like Dire are just actually not even going to contest it, so they want to try and shove out the side lanes. This could get pretty difficult now, knowing that Radiant have the Aegis for the Medusa. What
DD? The Holy Locket, the DD, Holy Locket, DD, Aegis, Cheese. Who's the Cheese on? Io, surely, right?
And Polo?
No.
Oh, they got the vision on him. Let's see if they want to hunt Repeater. No Dark Ascension. Die. They got a really nice ward on the higher ground. Do they want to double back on the choke point here? There is a lot of AoE control. Echo Stomp zoning them back. Medusa's just going to move forward with the Stone Gate, so they got to retreat now. Ice protecting the magic community. Just going to be able to TP out. Nicely done.
They nearly had that turnaround potential as well. Afu was in the trees to the right, ready to launch the Overgrowth. He was actually mid-cast, but the Stone Gaze ended up turning him to stone, so it didn't go off.
Radiant have done an incredible job to be able to drag this game back. What was it, about 9,000 lead for Team Dog? It's now only 3,000. And we see the even. This is our game 1 here of the 3rd series, directly even between Execration and Team Dog. We'll see who's going to be able to execute these fights towards the later stage. I mean, Dire have an incredible team fight lineup, but the big issue is that this Medusa with the steroid of the Io could be too much for Team Dog to deal with.
And they're just done with trying to deal with all of this healing potential that they've got on Execration. We can see the Spirit Vessel purchased up already, of course, on the Phoenix, and Shiva's Guard is Abed's next priority, but he's still about 1,000 gold away.
Well, Dire, they're going to have to get out of here or group up as a team and take the fight. They haven't decided on one just yet. Afu. Oh my god, he's going to see them. They actually find Polosun on top of the backline here, so Phoenix could be in trouble. He is about to wear off. Let's see if he can get anything off, but Ken just in range, so nice little pick off. Instantly, Ken's TPing mid. Gonna try and stop Dire from being able to push this wave in. He's gonna be careful, he's by himself, but I don't think they really have any threat of really being able to kill him. So, you know, Ken's just gonna make sure he keeps mid in. Top's kind of on their side as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
What are all these different players holding on? I mean, you've got the spider legs here on... wait, was that Spider Legs? Did you just send it back? I feel like they were holding Spider Legs on the Night Stalker.
I think
Just giving it
Lesh
over
has
to
got it now. It's coming on car.
Okay. Man, I hate that. Just give it to someone.
Yeah, I
Don't send
know.
it all the way back to base.
Maybe you needed it for that fight as well. They're smoked up. They saw them control the outpost. Alpha's gonna pop this. Let's see if Ken can kill off the trees here. Oh, nice blink.
Really nice by Arfu. Holding the repair kit as well on the IO, so don't think he needed any more HP regen, but he's got it. Plus 25.
Yeah, we've really started to see... I mean, IO has always been one who's one of the betters to hold the repair kit, but we really started seeing other heroes do it as well. That plus 25 is just so goddamn high.
Imagine if you could use it on another player, you know?
Regeneration.
What would the stats be that it gave them? A little bit of HP regen, maybe some armor.
Yeah, just give it 10 armor for the duration.
Pretty nice, honestly. I mean, do you want to do that though? Because I felt like repair kit, I'm glad it's kind of pretty goddamn awful right now, because repair kit before was just so strong.
It's still pretty obnoxious, to
Yeah,
be
that
fair.
is, yeah.
I think it's... You always want to give people as many options as
yeah.
possible, right?
Yeah, always
And
just having, different opportunities to make plays happen. It just increases the variety of what we're able to see.
Is that a, do they have enough money for this Ags? Yeah, they have Ags completed now for the Leshrac. Won't have buyback, but with the amount of healing that they've got, can't really blame him for thinking that he's very confident here.
He, along with the Medusa, is going to be able to dish out an immense amount of damage. Who now has the butterfly completed. Medusa, top of the net worth. Sven is a little bit behind him at the moment, who's going to be going for the Aghanims after this Assault Cuirass is completed. So a little bit of a buff up for themselves over on Dive. You see how they're positioning right now. They really just want to try and play in this choke point where they've got a vision advantage, because they've got this mass team fight in the AoE control. So maybe just hoping that Radiant kind of run up mindlessly into the lineup.
Just scribbles being drawn on the map by the Deucer here.
See who they can find. They're gonna go mid. They do have a nice deep lane ward, but it's not seeing anyone at the moment. So Age is gonna tick out. Have at least the rest of Radiant all coming down bot.
If he can get up into level 18 Rapido before this team fight, it's going to be really beneficial. That extra 50 damage with all of the increased attack speed. It's basically been him for a lot of the time that BDZ's been trying to link up with.
Radiant
Be that frontliner, who cares if Deucer isn't doing the most right-click damage for the entire team fight, if you can just sit back and actually right-click as opposed to trying to run away.
See either team not really wanting to kind of split up, making sure they don't get picked off here. Not that the kind of both teams have a good pick-off potential lineup anyway, but really just not giving any opportunity to make a mistake at the moment. Execration have done such a good job to be able to come back in this one, so really trying to make sure that they continue looking strong. Although in the river fight, after blink forward, making sure he can take the arcane away from Ken, which would have felt so nice here, though.
Stunned up, but you'll be fine. There we go, Rapido. There we go. Get your level 18. Bam.
Farming at the daytime feels so rough as a Night Stalker. See how slow they attack.
There you go. Well, Sven's getting super close to that Ags now. That's the one thing that Execration need to be mindful of. Excuse me. Surely they don't have the advantage of having the Aegis anymore, but I feel like you just need to press these timings before he gets out of control.
They did see that smoke up as well with the ward that we highlighted before at the mid lane. Deep in the lane was able to see them smoke up, so Arfu popped that on the Lesh, instantly TP'd out, and so now they're kind of aware at least on the positioning. They're still running through the jungle, and Arfu might even be able to pop the rest of the team here, but it is nighttime, so this is going to be a big little spike here for Execration. They've now finally actually claimed the net worth lead, but the rest have died. They have a disengage, and Rapido, he's got the vision advantage with the blink forward straight on top of Arbed, who's got the BKB. Let's see if he's going to just TP out now. He will do so. Does leave mid now a little bit free. Medusa and the Undying.
Just be careful though. The multi-shot actually connects in onto the tree
Oh,
protector.
no,
They're going to try
Afu.
chasing him down.
Yeah,
Dust
they
though.
kill the trees with that tombstone. So there's not much he was able to do. So I mean, they bring Keep down. They drop the tomb for it, but they got a catapult wave here. So retreat down for 35 seconds. That living armor is going to be pretty impactful here for a defense.
Double catapults as well. Yeah, it's dealt with pretty quickly. Even the assault cuirass being
Jesus.
used on the tower.
Try and poke and prod something actually. Let's see them
Go.
attempt to bring him down. I mean, you got to keep in mind they got the X, so there's no relocate potential. The damage coming through is through the roof. Oh, they actually get him out. The X wasn't there.
There go the mangoes.
Now Supernova's even going to get committed as well. Do they want to actually commit forward? Medusa's coming over. They need some protection coming out. Now with the Superman on top, it is still going to end up popping. They even used the Stone Gaze as well. Do they want to go back forward? Actually, Echoson perfectly timed from Ice. Now the Superman once again drags him back to the Meteor Hammer. Medusa in trouble. They get the Force up away, but it's not going to matter.
the Earth Splitter.
Damage. Look at him pop one after another. A 5-man wipe as Team Dog just put them all in the grave. Oh my god.
Clear's pretty handy as well from ISR, but that was what I was really worried about. Just waiting for that. Well, they didn't really have any timings that they were waiting for. It was just a lot of indecision coming through. It's been nearly 2 minutes of nighttime at this point. They had the moments where they could have gone on the Night Stalker, and now you've got the Agst on the Sven. And again, just not having one clear voice that's saying either go or back. If you back, they don't have Supernova. If you go, you kill the Supernova. But they were in two minds. It was one hit away. And against a team of this quality, that's all they need. Small window, taking racks down.
Radiant really not wanting to look to buy back. I mean, you're trying Glyph and stall this one out a little bit, but at least they got the repair kit as well. But even bots getting shoved in from Arfu. You know, this catapult's doing an immense amount of damage, so they can even try and take that one if they want to. I mean, Lesh not having a buyback available. Medusa's down for 15, not wanting to buy back as well. So they get the melee racks at the mid side. They're going to try and look to get the bottom set of melee racks as well. Beto?
He'll be fine. They were able to, assuming that Korea doesn't walk underneath the creep wave, they recovered their gem, which was sitting underneath that that camp for the entire time. So Io is going to be very happy to retain that.
It would have been a bit more of a net worth swing, which we already see at the moment. They've claimed a 7,000 lead now after that incredible fight and getting some objectives and even the experience. That's going to be so nice. Oh. They are underneath the Radiant Ob, so Arbed, he's got the BKB just in case. Bring him down is going to be very difficult. And Dire on the backline as well. Hollow, potentially with this Sun Ray. They're going to be careful how deep they go. Ice just chucks up the zone ultimate. More of a zoning one to give them the space to disengage. Arbed has to pop the BKB.
They're keen. Io needs to be careful.
Arfu's just ratting at the moment. They run up the high gun combination. Miracle's going to be able to dodge thanks to the BKB. Looks like they want to retreat. Utilizing the creeps to be able to jump forward. Arfu's still just hitting some objectives right now. And he's going to force back the Leshrac here. So it did a lot of damage on the set of racks. It was the melee, so it's going to be the healable.
Even mid's just pushing in, but it was some good good kiting around that they did there on the Night Stalker as well. Sorry, the Leshrac as well as the Io. So they know that they don't have the BKB up for at least for the next 40 or so seconds on the Sven, but importantly, level 25. Extra God Strength damage. Roche is available. They're just going to wait for that Earth Splitter to come back up and then make an attempt.
You can see Ice is going for an Abyssal Blade after he's already completed the MKB. So, man, he's already been having so much impact in this game one here, and we're probably going to see that continuing as this game goes on.
Good decision as well to make sure they're taking the outpost back, getting a little bit of extra experience. Some key timings coming up. If you can get the Night Stalker up to level 20, he gets that plus 35 damage talent. Very, very effective.
Might even have a contestation around the bounties, but it looks like Dire, they're backed up. They do have some pretty good vision on their high ground, and it is daytime as well. I mean, you can utilize the Dark Ascension. We'll see how they end up faring for them. Like they're back in the region. Unfortunately, it is just an illusion They will not be able to get anything out of it, just forcing it out. Wouldn't be bad if they can shove in bot from Dire, considering it is a open set right now. And it's going to make it very difficult for Radiant then to just walk in Roche. It can maybe give Dire an opportunity to get a pick off with someone who's defending the bot side.
Spell Prism and the Leveler. Really nice timings coming through here. With Ken, I think he just needs to focus on living right now, because he is about to hit level 25. He's already got his Ag Scepter, and that Lightning Storm damage works on the Pulse Nova, uses Lightning Storm damage. So he's going to be dishing out a ton. I think if anything, the IO should probably move away from the Medusa in terms of who he's linking up to.
Ken's in trouble though. Afu cancels the TP. When he's still got the BKB, he's going to move incredibly fast. He actually wants to try and turn and kill off Afu, but this indecisiveness from the Leshrac might actually cost him his life, because he's got absolutely nowhere to run. And they're just going to be able to chase him down. That's going to be a free kill for Team Dog. Beautifully positioned from Afu, just being able to, you know, catch out the Leshrac. Ooh, BKB. Oh, never mind, he's alright.
That Spell Prism coming in handy.
Yeah.
And the Boots of Travel on top of that. And they're going for Roche. They're all caught on the bottom side of the map here on Team Dog.
They got a beeline there instantly. Looks like they're able to scout that one out with the Phoenix Chorus. They're well aware this is happening, and you know, Radiant unable to take it fast enough, so they're going to have to be forced out of this Roche pit. See how they can get set up themselves now.
He's just got so much regen. I really want Ken to be the one linked together with the IO. I feel like it's worth more than the Deucer at this point. Maybe towards the end of a team fight, once Ken's already used up the majority of his mana by keeping that Pulse Nova active, but man, it's just going to be so much damage that he's able to push out just by purely existing.
Yeah, if they can kind of kite the BKBs from Dire, then we really will see that Leshrac damage start to skyrocket through. The 25, the Spell Prism being a big factor as well. The abilities getting reduced a little bit in their timing, but the Medusa's getting pretty close to an next set of items here. It's got the 4100 gold in the bank. The Demon Edge is queued up. I don't know if he's got anything on the Courier just yet.
And it's literally 600 damage per second, plus the Diabolic Edict on top of that.
Yeah, it is a stupid amount. Tree, once again, just with utilizing the Illusionist Cape here, just trying to just scout them out. Even drop the Tombstone. Okay, so they're going to have 25 seconds at this, but it looks like now with the Tomb on cooldown, a lot of the fights we've seen the Tombstone be a very big issue here for Dire. The fact that they're not going to have to worry about this in these engagements, so it's going to feel pretty nice here, and they're well aware that it's not happening. And you got to keep in mind, I mean, bot's getting, you know, pushed in ever so slightly, so they will eventually have to deal with this. And yeah, there's the relocate down. Are they going to still holding the high ground?
Don't think they'll be able to get to this next wave in time. So it's just one wave that's been able to deal with it. Illusionist Cape at least could do a little bit of that.
Well, Dire, they're coming through. I was wondering if they'd smoke up instantly, seeing that relocate, knowing there was only 3 heroes in the high ground, but they're going to do it a little bit later and try and link up with mid, where it looks like Medusa and BDZ's about to show. So, I mean, they could be in trouble here, because Ken's more pushed up to the northern side, and so is Rapido as well.
I think the Lesh is fine with being the second person that's gone on, but now, of course, you don't have the relocate to be able to turn things around. What's the buyback status looking like? It's, well, all the supports, basically, plus the Deucer. So it's a nice place to be in, honestly, if you're on Execration's side, considering he's most likely to be the one that gets initially gone on.
See if with that extra life to be able to rejoin them in. They got a T2 tower at top at the moment. They can even just come mid to the set of racks they have there, so hopefully being able to rejoin them. I mean, you're more hoping that he doesn't even die, but if that is the case, you've got the potential to come in and see. Medusa's still not the 25, unfortunately.
And what a powerful little healer this IO is. He's got the mech, he's got the Holy Locket, he's got 2 sets of mangoes, he's got the repair kit, he's got the healing salves, he's ready. As long as he doesn't get jumped on, which is very much a risk here.
Here we go. They're going to move up. Superman forward, straight on top of the Medusa. Nice attempt at the man to dodge. Not going to be enough. Now, where's the help? Iron needs to get involved because he's losing a lot of mana here. A lot of health as well. They drag it back. Look at the bow. The Supernova directly on top of them. Followed up with the Overgrowth. An incredible team fight. There's a bashes coming through left, right, and center. It's an immense amount of buybacks, but the damage from Dire is through the roof. There's nothing they can do. Oh, my Lord. Miracle just cleans them up. That's a triple, and what we thought they could have been able to at least sustain it through with the little heals on the IO, they just aren't able to do that. Dire rip them apart.
He's just one little ball, man. The Earth Splitter coming out at perfect time as well, connecting onto 3, I believe. And the important thing is he wasn't linked up that entire time, so he didn't have the overcharge to reduce the to increase his max HP regen. A bit unfortunate coming through there, but you've got one last defense available to them. You would feel that was only the second roach, so only the cheese coming through from that one there. But I've been more than happy to be able to pick that one up. The Shiva's Guard, the Spirit Vessel, coming in extra handy right now.
I'm worried though that how fast they brought down the Medusa, and now he brought back as well, so they've got a very big window to take this game. Already 16,000 net worth leading them, and if they kill Medusa one more time, this game seems over. See.
He's trying to wait out until he's got enough for this rapier. He's 2,200 gold away. Don't think Dire are going to look to give him that chance, though.
At least the Lesh will be up by the time they get inside the base here, or at least close enough until then. They're looking to reset though. Try and shove out bot. Follow. What's he opting for? Oh, they want the bounties. Okay. Got one of the bounties. There's still another one there at the moment, but they're just going to suffocate Radiant inside the base. So this will hopefully give Medusa some time to get towards the rapier if they allow him to get a lot of the creep farm. And this really feels like it's going to be the item necessary, but they need to make sure he gets that BKB off it and the Stone Gaze. If they can control him down, like the damage that's coming through from the Sven and the ET is just so goddamn high.
It's pretty ridiculous. And being able to have the Minotaur Horn on top of that Black King bar for the Sven means that you can actually overextend a little bit. You don't have to be quite so worried.
He's in trouble. Ice actually just picked up the Abyssal Blade, but the damage from the Leshrac is an immense amount right now. They're going to be careful. Arbed's coming over. He's going to turn, just gets the Magic Community at the last second. That extra duration of the 2 seconds is enough to keep Ice alive. And Ken attempts to TP, but Arthur's instantly going to be able to cancel that. Looks like Radiant, they're coming over. Leshrac with Bloodstone active. He's getting the health back thanks to BTS as well. Ken, nicely done. Miracle pops the ultimate. He doesn't have to BKB just yet, but the extra life as well. Supernova up to the north side. No one's able to deal with this at the moment. Ice going to end up falling. Miracle trying to still close the distance. Io, where's the help of the Medusa? He's just so incredibly slow, but Radiant, they've done an incredible job to kite the fight. Night Stalker will fall. Miracle with the cleave. He loses that extra life, and now they're going to be careful. Arbed drops off the ultimate. They're going to get a little bit of health back, but here comes the reinforcements. Medusa getting involved. Die. They need a retreat. They need a disengage, but Ken is not going to let them. Your Scepter up. Sven still has the BKB, but look at the Stone Gaze go to work. He's going to stun him up. Turns him to stone, and that's to death.
No buyback.
There's Sven down for 100. Execration. How is Ken still alive? Oh my lord.
Oh, the little ball of light does it again. He's just able to come in right at the perfect time, relocates in on point, gives him the full complement of heals, and this could be it. You know, you've got 80 seconds left. Are they looking to make some kind of push here with Arbed just to try and take attention away, or is he going to just fully go for it?
I mean, you might have to here. They got Repair Kit, they got Glyph, and also the Living Armor. He's actually going to come back, so no Sven for 70. See what they can do. They're going to try and go up to mid instead. They don't have to worry about any T2 towers. They got Rapier on Medusa. This might actually be it. They might look to try and end it here. Sven down for 50. It's still taking them a while. You see how awkward it feels to walk up.
They got to make a decision though. This is their one chance to come into it.
No, they got to back off. You need to deal with the lanes now. It's taking them too long. I mean, they just lose a set of racks mid, and well, at least it's given Medusa an opportunity to have this rapier. You know, that's a massive fight for Radiant. You know, they've dragged this net worth back. They've given themselves an opportunity to reset, get some items. You hope these buybacks come up pretty shortly as well for them, which they used previously.
Undying and Io also getting close to their level 20s, so that's going to be some nice little timings too. Split shot using modifiers is the talent chosen to go for from the Medusa. So despite the fact of how quickly she died at that previous fight in the Radiant Tri-Camp, not wanting the mana, just being like, man, just someone else soak up the damage, please. I'm sick of being focused. Look at these Observer and Sentry was just right in the middle here, completely understanding where all of the Radiant team are.
Who's got the gem at the moment? Arfu's got one. I don't see one on Radiant, so top is getting shoved in though. Looks like Radiant gonna try and get their own little division down on the high ground here. It's the good old bait once again from the Tree Illusionist Cape. Arfu drops another ward. It's gonna get scouted here. So they are aware at least of the positioning at the moment. Let's see if they continue to hold the high ground with their ward and the Night Stalker advantage at the nighttime here. They don't want to give Dire any breathing room at the moment.
Well, another smoke coming through.
Step live.
They gotta wrap all the way around.
They're fine to breathe here. They're going through the mid lane. They know that deep ward giving so much information. There's only one place they could possibly be, which is on this left side of the map. Are they going to catch Ken? Ooh, he's got buyback. He's got 15 surplus gold, even if he was to drop down there.
And that smoke popping, honestly, on probably the best spot it could, where he had that observer ward. So they won't be able to find anything there. Still got to keep an eye on the lanes, though. Bot's getting shoved in with an open set of racks, and that's a lot of range creeps. You know, mid's always going to be pushed in, too, but they're undying now with the 20. You know, we got the 20 on the IO, too.
Yep. Ooh, that Phoenix, though.
Gold from my chest.
Max health Sunray damage, I think, is going to be the thing that he opts to go for.
Yeah, we've seen them not really have a way to be able to deal with the supernova, so won't need that hit count. And honestly, it could get to the stage where we see, you know, the potential of an Aghanims coming through as well, just being able to keep someone alive.
Top's pushing in a little bit. ET's going to have to go back and deal with it.
He did go the hit count.
Okay. Maybe just trying to take a little bit more attention away from the rest of the team. Maybe the fact as well that he's got a refresher orb, so he wants to be able to have twice the menacing threat, you know, just immediately pop it again afterwards.
They're getting a lot of information with this mid ward. It's such a hard one to get rid of as well with where it's positioned, but Medusa just finished the Satanic, it looks like.
There we go. There's the gem. Night Stalker's bought it. He's still going to have buyback after this and moves the dust into his backpack instead. So they'll look to get a little bit of information here. Wonder if they'll run through that mid-wave. Come on.
Right now, is there a team you'd be... Do you think Radiant are going to be able to come back down a full set of racks advantage with the Medusa Rapier?
I mean, with the Medusa Rapier, anything's possible.
True.
Oh, they know. They're like, oh crap, there's a ward there. When was that placed? And it's going to expire in about 2 seconds as he's going in to try and kill it.
That's the worst thing. Just want that extra little bit of gold, and you see, you're like, oh, they literally had full usage out of that. So much information. Well, Dai got 2 smokes. I just picking both of them up. We are going to see, you know, Roshan potentially up in the next 25 seconds as well. So this is going to be pretty important here from either team. As Radiant, though, the big factor is that they've done a good job at least stalling this out. So Medusa buybacks back up. All they don't have, well, they've got every buyback for Radiant. Dire just lacking on the Conquer and the Phoenix, who have bought out so far. Conquer's gone for the Refresher Orb, and we already saw the Phoenix with the Orb as well.
I was about to say, does he have Torrent Storm yet? No, he's building into it.
That's the
got
one.
a Torrent AoE though. Ah, disappointed.
What's Ice's? He went the Earth Splitter cooldown, Q.
They just walked past this high ground ward. You know, they've got the gem now on the Night Stalker. He should have just been dropping it on the ground to view the high ground areas, but no, they know exactly where all of the Radiant team are, and you've got creeps pushing into the base. So again, you're going to need to make a decision. It needs to be definitive. It needs to be one voice, and at least they're all TPing back at the same time.
Yeah, well, this is going to give Dire a bit of an opportunity. Looks like they are trying to make a movement through towards that top side, maybe anticipating that they potentially drop some vision down. They want to link up with Ice as well. Really not trying to play split at all. What do you think the next item could be for the Elder Titan?
Oh, Rapier? No, he's going to Silver Edge.
Do it. Come on. Get a Rapier. Just go toe-to-toe with the Medusa.
I think Rapier against a Night Stalker isn't... sorry. Silver Edge against a Night Stalker isn't too bad. You know, you're able to take out a lot of his movement speed, the attack speed, by applying that break. So he's actually dealing a fair amount of damage on his own, and if you can actually focus him down before he can run away, you get a lot done.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
All right, Radiant. They're going to smoke up. Roshan's going to be up in about 25 seconds here.
These lanes are in such a bad position,
Yeah,
though.
it's going to be so obvious. And I've got the high ground at the moment as well.
Lesh is going back on his own. A little obvious. Maybe trying to bait it out a little bit.
Radiant are scanning.
Radiant scan. Don't think it clipped anyone. Afu's right on the edge of that. Spidey senses tingling a little bit.
Smoke's going to end up popping, so Afu will scout them. And he's still sticking
this?
around.
Yeah, Night Stalker's on the backlines. The guy with the gem is on the backlines.
Yeah, what's Roche? All right, so there's the Agnums. If Dire are able to find that, give that bad boy to Abed. Be a big one for him.
Come on.
Even the
Deal with the
Phoenix
odds.
as well would be pretty decent. The issue is that the creep equilibrium right now. I mean, you've got a set of racks advantage mid. You know, bottom's getting dealt with as well from Miracle. So they do always have to keep in mind. Radiant, they're also going to double well smoke once again. It is.
Afu's there. Blinks away straight away. He had his finger on the trigger, just being like, this is my role right now. Takes away some of that vision. They're going to get the bounties. Team's moving close to having buyback across the board.
Goes a bit
Found him.
aggressive to try and find the bounty here, and now there's the Night Stalker on the front line with the gem, so he's just going to end up falling.
Has been
Gems
killed.
on the deck.
Yeah, he drops his own gem as well, and now they're going to go inside. He's going to have to buy back. You can't let them take this. They've been contested.
Undying.
I guess the ET very good at being able to defend it. Just constantly delaying it, and they get the gem back.
They took the gem back. Undying's got 2 slots free. He could have done it.
Are they going to try and take a fight here? I mean, now you're kind of set up with Tombstone. There we go.
Yeah.
Buyback's going to come through.
There's
They
your
got
answer.
the outpost control, and it will force them out of the pit here.
Oh man, he's a little short on buyback on the Deucer. I guess it might not even matter if you've got this rapier and go down though.
Roche is falling pretty low. At least you got the ET that's going to be able to scout out, but they're just slowly perking it down. The Tombstone is about to wear off. Undying, he does have that 20 talent though for the Tombstone on death, but they're going to smoke up once again, looking for the wraparound. They want at least the power rune though, which Radiant might see this get claimed actually. Yeah, so they're going to see something, yeah, instant pings knowing that they're smoked up, double backing, controlling up the high ground, making sure that they will not have an opportunity to wrap all the way around. Instead,
this
they're
is so
actually,
low.
oh my god. They didn't anticipate this. They're just going to stake Roche Radiant.
It's the Axe as well.
Oh,
Buyback can pick it
no.
up.
There we go. Torrent Storm now available. They weren't thinking that at all. They just got baited because they saw the haste get pick up down bot. They're like, all right, they're going to try and smoke wrap around and not. Dire just, that's such a ballsy play to be like, frick it, we're just going to go walk inside Roche and claim it.
Having that strong confidence. I mean, what's the buyback status like? It's a lot of people are just continuing to buy things up, and I think we might be getting some tier 5 items here. They're definitely going to have to TP bot to deal with this lane. That's a lot of range creeps and a couple of siege. Unless they're trying to put some mind games of their own. Nope. Looks like Io, Deucer, they're going to deal with it. That'll give Deucer her buyback as well.
Dire coming out though. Where's this relocate?
Care. Right here on this high ground. Who's got the vision advantage?
Well, Night Stalker at the Night Tank. Let's see if they can pop the Dark Ascension. I got the ward in the backline. Ken's going to get revealed on pops the Hex, the Supernova as well. Medusa's going to try and deal with it at the moment. Look at the right click coming through, but the overcharge, can they bring it down just in time?
Oh,
No,
one
Follow
hit.
Gets it off. The US on top of the backline as well, but the BKB popped up. He's got this Ghost Fleet going to work, but Miracle is not involved just yet. Stormhammer 4 going to try and do as much as he can, but the Medusa disarmed up. Manta dodge out of the overgrowth. They need to disengage. He died. They used a lot of the ultimates here. Lashrak, no Ken. He's gone too far. Brought down now with a fresher orb as well. Phoenix Supernova. It's in a beautiful spot. They can't do anything. Radiant, they need a retreat. Medusa's in trouble. X drag back. He's going to try and turn. Manfight going to keep in mind. He's got the rapier, but they bring him away. Relocate just in the nick of time. Team Dog, they're going to get the rest of the heroes as well. RR's going to try and disengage. Repeater's incredibly weak. Force Staff gives him sun space. It looks like they've got the ire. You know, the price they'll have to get for it. But man, what a fight, which honestly almost felt like it could have gone worse. I mean, the Lash buys back there. No one dies on die though.
Oh, not the double damage as well. Just
Oh.
again, such perfect spell usage coming through from Ice,
Yep.
connecting onto 3-man stomps constantly, and he's gone the Earth Splitter cooldown, so he's going to have that up again for this team fight. No Io. Io's been the linchpin of being able to survive.
Oh, how are they going to be able to hold this? I mean, Radiant, they've got Glyph available. See what they can do at the moment. Dire not thinking about forcing this one out. I mean, they are still posturing pretty aggressively through mid and bot. Abed just wanting to deal with the top wave and then link up with them at the moment.
Not waiting for the 60-minute items. Surely not.
Or Miracle DD. Medusa.
Ugh.
Sees him as like, alright, that's not a good spot for me to be. I'm a double back instantly.
I'm a head out.
Out of here.
Well,
Hey, boys.
DD is gone, but Outposts all in control of Team Dog right now. So
Step
maybe,
lively now.
yeah,
Your admiral
waiting
is
for
on
the
board.
60-minute items, waiting for the level 30 on the Sven.
Yeah, that's massive that they're going to get both the outposts, because the level 30s are really going to start to come into play. Like, Ken's the closest here, who, we don't really think him... Is he going to go for this outpost top? Could be very risky if he tries it.
Pretty risky, but it will get him to his level 30.
Yeah, that's the
so
big thing.
I guess he could just buy the tome. At this point, it will have given so much experience to the rest of his
Step
team that it'll
lively
probably
now.
tick him
Your
over.
admiral is on board.
Oh, there we go. Instantly Desolator picked up. They get the pirate hat as
Oh.
well.
And the Stygian Desolator.
Radiant are
Use it. Get the bounty runes.
And what do we do? Ice is going to hold the pirate hat. Plus 150 attack speed. 40-second cooldown with some bounty runes as well to be able to pick up. We got the Force Boots on the
Arcane
Medusa.
power.
This is our first game for some tier 5 neutral items here.
This is pretty disgusting, this pirate hat on the Elder Titan. I think he is going to do more damage than the Sven in these encounters. That's my prediction here.
God damn. We've already seen Ice have such an incredible game so far, and if that can continue on with how he's been performing, that pirate hat's really going to continue to enable him. But right now, all eyes are on these neutral items. Either team hasn't found any more just yet, waiting for the camps. Oh my god, I thought he almost blocked the Ancients. Going to have a heart attack.
Here we go. Fallen Sky. Ugh.
Apex.
Apex. Yeesh.
Radiant's
What do we got? Medusa's got the Moon Shard and has 9,400 gold in the bank. Unfortunately, lost the Courier. So we'll see what he wants to try and buy out here. We even see just the
He's getting the
Sven.
Trident.
Yep. So wants this big bad boy tier 5 neutral item. Who's
Apex on.
holding the Apex at the moment from Radiant? Okay, it's the Night Stalker and the Fallen Skies on the Leshrac.
Pretty damn effective. 4k HP is a lot to be able to deal with.
The die is still missing one, or have they got all that? No, they've got all theirs. Radiant just missing one at the moment. So the Seer Stone is on the Phoenix, gets some cast range. Vision bonus is going to be pretty nice, honestly, considering you're going up against this Night Stalker. But Die's net worth is just continuing to grow with this pirate hat.
That Fallen Sky is pretty devastating for the Leshrac. You know, the fact that it provides you the stats as well as just having a Blink Dagger, essentially. 5k HP, by the way.
Yeah, look at the
They got
build
their own
on it. Like
Trident.
Heart, Octarine, Bloodstone, Shivers. The noise of the Force Boots is so weird. Have you heard it?
It's just like,
Yeah. It's like, I want to hear it again. Come on, do it. Damn, there's a lot of mangoes up there.
and there's a
Oh,
lot of
actually,
heroes going
bot.
down
Yeah,
towards
what's
this
going
bot
on?
racks.
Miracle. Well, they're baiting here, running in.
Radiant's
Oh,
bottom
never mind. They're going to show
barracks
themselves.
are under attack.
Jesus, these racks are getting
Radiant's
melted.
structures are
Well, they're going to have to
fortified.
do something with the TP's back. They popped the glyph super early on, and look at Miracle go to work with the attack speed. He
Radiant's
just wants to
bottom
set 2 hits the
Radiant's
range, and he's
bottom
outie.
barracks has fallen.
Oh, now they can reset. Wait till God's Strength is back up to rock and roll. Do you smoke now from Radiant, knowing God's Strength is on cooldown? They do have to kind of deal with the lanes, which is the issue.
Yeah, I think the fact that God Strength is used, they didn't want to fight into the DD. Like, yes, you're losing your lane of racks, but it's just silly. The fact that you have to be able to make that decision. By the way, do you think Trident gives enough different stats? I don't think there's enough. You know, it probably could give a few more.
Yeah, what else do you reckon it could give?
It needs some magic resist.
It's
What even is there?
500 damage on there. Is there armor on there?
This-
No, no armor. I don't see
Gear
any
damage. Maybe some spell amp because, you know, why not? Oh no, it's there.
That's
Sorry.
it. Plus 30.
My bad. I just had to look down to the ninth different stat.
had to go through all the 100 others that are there at the moment. I mean, this is quite the
Radiant
item.
are
And then giving you a little bit of movement speed as well. You see, he's more than likely... okay, so we brought up before that the IO, you wanted the IO to play with the Lesh. Do you now just constantly tether the Medusa because the buff up and the overcharge just for the damage, or...?
Yeah, I think the Rapier's... It's more important at this stage, you know. Before Rapier, I feel like Leshrac had that big power spike, but now it's way too much to ignore. He's been able to finish up his own Trident, by the way.
We got some big items
what's
here.
going on here?
Yeah, like,
I'll be real.
Whenever tier 5s start coming out, Dota just really, kind of turns into a bit of a different game. Turns into an arcade.
They're so close to hitting level 30 on Miracle and Ken. That's the big thing. Abed's pretty damn close as well, but it's literally like one creep wave. Just give him solo XP. Come on.
Radiant's top tower is under
Well, this
attack.
wraparound actually from Radiant. See if it's going to work out. Ice. Nice positioning from them. They're going to run straight into Ara, but look at the face check. Repeater with the blink forward as well. Instant Hex going to stop the fall. They drop the Tombstone. They're on
Ken's
top of
gone
the
for the
back
back
here.
line.
You got to be careful here, Ken. Let's see who can find Meteor. Oh, the Fallen! Oh my god, the stun! He drops the supernova. They need to try and get on top of it. Medusa's going to be able to do something. The Earth will fall, but it's not
Got it.
enough. Poland's going to end up falling with the backpack. The Medusa is shredding them down. They take a successful fight here, and Adaya, they're going to retrieve. Look at Ken going to work the Fallen Sky once again. He's hunting. Oh my lord, that Lesh was... Oh, tier 5 neutral items. They're just nuts. So nuts.
Tier 5 neutral items. Level 30 now. Spence like... That is literally like 1 XP away. Yeah, 8 experience away from hitting level 30. There he goes. He picks it up. So he's going to have that Stormhammer stun duration. A little bit of movement speed. The lifesteal is going to be pretty damn handy as well. So... How many more team fights have we got? 3 seconds left on the buyback as well for the Leshrac. He's finally got it. But man, that Fallen Sky. This is a BTS stream, so I remember at Bot TI they actually had to ban the Fallen Sky for it because it was just so busted.
We're really seeing that item come out to play there from the Leshrac. It was a massive stun to set up there, and now Medusa's up on the high gun. Gonna try and defend this as best as they can. They still got a repair kit, glyph, and living armor is gonna make it pretty difficult. There's the Fallen Sky once again, straight on top of the tree. They don't want to pop the buybacks on Dire. Gonna cost them a couple of objectives here, and look how fast they push. They might try and force it though. Medusa
Edict explosions.
thinking about the tier 4. He's got that 30 on Ken, so you got to keep in mind about the extra edict damage as well. They really don't want to buy back the sum, but he's got the status resistance, so it's making it so difficult at the moment. 51% status resistance. Tier 4 is going to drop once again on top of the back like Ken. He finds the Phoenix. That's a beautiful target. No supernova. Ice as well. Oh my god. Can they continue forward? Arfu with the blink forward gets the overgrowth. The real question is Medusa is out of mana. Hex up. Torrent Storm as well flying through. Arden's going to pop the refreshing miracles on top of him.
He's pretty low.
The damage. He's going to be careful. But he's here with the heal. Somehow Medusa
Satanic.
Satanic trying it once again. They find him. Ken. It's too much. The sustain. Medusa turns Rapier, and that's it. The G's had dropped the Fallen Sky. That's why it wasn't in bot TI, because of how goddamn OP it was. Ken just takes over. Oh my god.
So it turns out Execration's a pretty good team. Being able to take out Team Dog. A little bit of an assist coming through from that Fallen Sky, as well as the Trident, of course, at the end. But it was just one of those crazy fights where it felt like it could have gone anyway. Even with 5 people hitting it onto him for the Sven, he just doesn't die. Like his passive lifesteal, he had the Satanic a little bit as well at the end. And how many times do you leave the Sven until last? But Execration picking it perfectly, realizing that target number 1 has to be that Phoenix. No heals coming through. It's 67 minutes into the game. No damage either. That's all percentage based. Perfect execution. And I can't think of too many more exciting games that have quote-unquote only had 1 kill a minute in the C region.
Yeah, far out. I mean, we go the distance here. 67 minutes, just the Fallen Sky, man. The Leshrac just found multi-hero Fallen Skies after back-to-back fights, the target prioritization, and that last fight as well. Medusa burnt out of mana, pops the Satanic, Io comes in as well in the nick of time, chucks out Medusa's, gets that health pull back up, and just they couldn't have the follow-up and the damage here. It was just what a comeback from Execration. Down that full set of racks. The highest net worth for Team Dog was just over 30,000, and the fact that Execration were able to keep their wits. And this is a team, you're going up against some incredibly experienced players on Team Dog, and the fact that they're able to communicate with this cohesion and just end up taking game one like that, man. I'm so excited for this next game after that.
Oh, for sure. Maybe not a 67-minute game
Yeah.
for our sake, but very exciting nonetheless. But the players will need a little bit of a break. I'm sure your voice does a little bit as well, Aries. And we'll be back in, 7-8 minutes or so.
Yeah, so we're going to take a short break. Game 2 right around the corner. Everyone is requiring it, so you guys don't want to miss it, especially after that game. We'll be back shortly after a quick break.